had chosen a couple of broad topics on which we would like to work on, which is basically healthcare, education, and rural economy, which are one of the few pain points of the economy today. In order to take it through, the president of the session would be Mr. T.P. Srinivasan, former ambassador to Austria, and I would also request Mr. Shaji Prabhakaran and Dr. Rajan.
But in our case, what we could probably try to do is to codify the thoughts that we have on something that we ought to leave behind in Colombo for the sake of this country. So as I understand it, we have three broad subjects under which we formulate some thoughts as to what kind of action we can take. First and foremost, we ought to know something of this country and its requirements. Secondly, we ought to know what we are capable of in terms of thoughts, actions, and probably resources which are required for that. And the third, we need to have some kind of an agency which will execute it. So all these are questions which we need to debate.
My thinking is that, can we adopt one village which can be very easily approached through the local organization with the participation of the local government. See, we can float the papers to the government of Sri Lanka through the local forum, and then give an idea on integrated development of that selected rural economy. It can be a Grama Panchayat or a village. That depends upon the size effect. And that can be in consultation with the government. We have to go together with the government, together with the local organization, and then address the subject.
Perhaps in your room you must have read today's newspaper Island telling the legendary of Sachin Tendulkar. But I was interested in the second page regarding the new gene therapy for AIDS. Now AIDS people also can live a long life. We have been having a wrong concept that what is this universal health? In our mind, a healthy person is no person other than having a disease. That concept has totally changed perhaps 15 years back. Now, the World Health Organization has defined health a state of affairs where there should be physical, mental, spiritual, social, and sexual life. So, to have a universal health policy means you should have a physical health, mental health, social health, spiritual health, and the fifth one is the sexual health.
I'd like to say a few words about education. Gone are the days from when the cattle were counted by keeping the pebbles. And then we find all the cattle have come. Today, we have developed that we don't have to count. Electronic machines would count. What basically I should suggest on this occasion is what education should mean to you. The place most of us hail from, that is God's own country, Kerala. We see the maximum literacy is with us. But one flaw I find there. The literacy, the education is confined mostly to reading newspapers and forget the goal about it. In a Kerala ordinary family, what they try to do is to tell the children, you become either an engineer or a doctor.
If we go for educational this thing, preference may be given to vocational education. The reason is that it is a practical oriented course, thereby we can produce skilled candidates. Number two, this is a job oriented scheme. Number three, there is scope for entrepreneurship also. Thank you.
Many governments and the government of Sri Lanka and India also might have been following this system of exchange of students. I don't know. I don't know whether it is in practice.
It's in practice here.
Yeah.
It's in practice.
Yeah. So now we are all followers of Sri Narayan Guru principle. Why not each family adopt one single child and see that the child develops in her mind, in her body, in her soul. This can be done by exchange of students and by exchange of teachers also. So that children can be sent. A child can come and live with me for 1 week or for 15 days or for 1 month. Let her learn about India, its customs, its folk songs, its music, its culture, and everything about India.
Moreover, a common citizen now spend moral revenue, moral income on health and education. Education, I mean, although in 50s or 60s some achievements have been made in the sector of people covering these backward communities and downtrodden. Timely achievements in the instance of liberalized education policy being followed by government have not been achieved.
I have a few suggestions that we in Sri Lanka establish International Center for Sri Narayan Guru. That is one suggestion. The other thing is that for education, now Sri Lanka has opened and going to be very soon the private universities. So I suggest if all of you can decide and start Sri Narayana Guru University in Sri Lanka, which we can offer